Hello, my fellow Mjolnir men and Mjolnir women. This is Mjolnir Man, and I'm here to talk to you today about how fundamentalist Christians or Muslims or Jews or any other fundamentalists in a religion are inadvertently causing their children to become atheists, agnostics, and or deists. When I was little, and as I stated before, my parents never took me to church. I think this was more of my dad's opinion, as I think he felt I should be making my own decisions and what I don't want to believe in. But I think this is a very hard pill to swallow for many fundamentalists, because they're constantly got this little voice in the back of their head. What if they're wrong and they are going to burn in hell? Because they've been taught this their whole life. One story, and I won't disclose names because that's a given. I have a friend who I taught how to garden, and he was raised in a strict fundamentalist Catholic household. Now, he was fine with being a Catholic. In freshman year of high school, he actually wanted to be a priest. He didn't believe in masturbation. He thought it was impure. Didn't believe girls should be walking. He believed girls should be dressing a little more prudish, etc. But I noticed he kind of fell out of this phase when he entered sophomore year. By the time he was in junior year, he was a hardline atheist. He was talking about, I don't know why the Christians are always complaining about these horrible butcherous Muslims when the Christians have been doing this hundreds of years prior. And I think this played a key role in him and his behavior, and I kind of thought this guy was acting a little off for a while. And I just found out that for a very long time this guy was battling his religion, or what he was taught to believe his whole life. He almost committed suicide back in July. And he's always saying, like, he's got this constant voice in the back of his mind saying, like, what if you're wrong? What if they're right? What if you don't repent, you're going to go to hell? And his parents know fucking hell. Sending all their kids to Catholic school, they believe it. At least until, they're out of the house and they're adults and can formulate their own opinions. I would go into this guy's house after, helping him plot his garden, and his father's just sitting there for hours reading the Bible. His mom devotes most of her time to the YMCA in town. And, her kids are always in there, so that's more of a Christian environment. And my fear isn't that these kids will stick with Christianity, because in the end, whatever they believe in, they believe in. It's the fact of, what if they have the same difficulties that my friend has, or has had. He made a pretty good recovery. He's enjoying life to the fullest now, etc. So what these fundamentalists seem to forget is that if they wanted their children to stay with the religion, they need to be less strict. They need to be more moderate. Because you notice the ones that are like, oh, we're Christians, but we really only go on Easter, or something like that. Their children will probably say they're Christian for the rest of their life. they'll just view it as some sort of philosophy to live by, rather than, oh, I just whacked my pud, forgive me, Father, I have sinned, type of Christians. And they don't understand that it's in human nature for the young ones to rebel. And this will cause their children to be atheists or Satanists or pagans or Wiccans, basically anything but an Abrahamic right-hand path religion. And I chuckle merrily at this because as ages progress, they can't do this anymore, because in this society these Bronze Age and Iron Age dogmas aren't compatible with the pace of society, with what happens in society today. Now, being a Hoosier, I have family that lives on the outside of Evansville, and I see these very isolated communities in Indiana, probably no more than 100 people. Now, in those communities, yes, they would probably still be fundamentalists when they grew up, because it's all they know. They only see through the eyes of their pastor, basically, every Sunday. These are the type of people that say America's the new Sodom, and every time some sort of natural disaster happens, they think it's God's wrath because of those damn sodomites. So basically, if you're about to have a kid, parents out there, or parents who are, have a stick up their ass about what their kids watch, and you see their history and see this video, know that it is because of what you're teaching your kids. They will not be what you want them to be. You want your kids to be religious. This is coming from a neo-pagan ex-Satanist. You must be a more moderate Christian or Muslim. That's about it, YouTube. This is Mjolnir Man. Peace out. Subscribe and have yourself a wonderful night, Mjolnir Men and Mjolnir Women.